All right, so I woke up this morning completely shocked. I thought there was absolutely no chance that we would actually get this, but it's here. So let me take you back to yesterday on Friday, where generally when I'm done for the day, I usually like to tap out from social media. And being is that I'm a father to a newborn, I was super exhausted, fell asleep mad early, and was actually shocked this morning to wake up with a migraine. So I had to go back to sleep, didn't get up till like about 1 o'clock. Finally checked my phone and was completely surprised to see that Vultures 2, the new project, is officially out. So had a couple of chances to run through the tracks real quick, but before we start, y'all, I want everybody to get in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about the new project. Now, before we begin, because this is a sneaker channel, we got to run through a couple of quick updates. So this morning, we saw Jordan Brand hit us with a marquee release in the Jordan 6 Olympics, a pair which originally debuted in 2000 by Ray Allen during the Sydney Olympic Games. We last saw Jordan Brand bring these back in 2012, so 10 years plus since these joints have dropped. Most definitely long overdue. Now, when we first got the leaks that these were coming back, so many people were super excited. You know, everybody was waiting for these joints, checking for them. But now that the release day here, joints are crickets, as they're sitting about just everywhere you could think. These joints hit the sneakers app and pretty much every retailer you could think. So with these joints sitting, the good thing is we can look forward to these joints being discounted. I'm already seeing some retailers hitting us with discounts, and these joints just dropped today, which is absolutely mind-blowing. So as far as this release, I would say, you know, they got the storytelling down packed, solid color blocking and everything. So why was this considered to be like what you could call a flop? I just honestly, I've been saying this, you know, for a while now, but I just really feel like as far as when it comes to like the kids and the younger generation coming up, Jordans just really ain't cool like that. I feel like right now, Jordan Brand is just really living off the nostalgia for people like 30 and plus and up. And as far as the youth though, they could really care less about these releases, which is why I feel like these joints are just sitting nationwide. I also, you know, we're playing the fact of that $200 price tag, which is a little pricey for a pair of Jordans, which most people would say, you know, really lacks in quality. So I think Jordan Brand could have just did us all justice by lowering the retail price point, because most definitely you can't expect to see these joints hitting the outlets near you very soon, and they could have just all saved us the trouble by just, you know, dropping the retail price point on these ahead of the drop. But regardless, Jordan 6 is sitting everywhere. If you missed out on these, you may want to hop on these or hold it out for potential discounts on this release. Now from Adidas, we got the notification today for the Fear of God Athletics drop, which went down via the Confirmed app. Now, we've been talking about this release leading up to the drop. Really nothing surprises me as far as this release, except I was actually a little bit thrown off that they didn't drop any of the clothing pieces. I felt like with those crazy markup prices on the clothing, that's how they really make their profit on these releases. But no clothing, rather 3 footwear options. And shockingly, we got a sellout. So let's get into it, y'all. So we have 3 footwear models. We got the Fear of God Athletics basketball, which appears here in this gray and black color scheme. A clean colorway, but honestly, I feel like not really doing too much to separate itself from the OG release, which is still pretty much widely available. Now, as far as this pair, we pretty much got every size sitting via the Confirmed app. These did drop also via select retailers, and $250 was the price tag, a hefty price tag that many people have complained about. So do you guys feel like if these would have hit for like 180 or something, they would be a little more enticing? Let me know what y'all think. Now, we also got the Fear of God Athletics Los Angeles, and don't get this confused with the previous release, as apparently this is like a slighter, different variation of a new gray colorway. So these joints are retailing at $170. Don't see any of these units moving anytime soon. And then for the sellout, we got the Fear of God Athletics Adilet Slide. So Jerry's interpretation of the classic Adilet Slide, retailing at $100. Now, this was actually a restock from the original release, so I'm just assuming that these must have restocked in limited quantities, as it looks like these joints have sold out at that $100 price tag. So once again, Fear of God Athletics, it looks like they can't catch a break. Recently, we heard ramblings that, you know, Adidas wasn't looking to renegotiate the deal once it expires. Jerry came out and just kind of went through the motions, saying that they got the basketball 2 dropping later this year, and then we can look forward to the basketball 3 for next year. But as far as behind the scenes, I would say things aren't looking too great, as Adidas current CEO Born Gilden, he came out to say that they've kind of narrowed these releases rather than having like a whole big wide release. They're dropping these joints in limited quantities, and they don't plan on discounting anything anytime soon. But crazy enough, overseas we're seeing some of these Fear of God drops from the original release already hitting the Adidas outlets with a discount. So do you guys feel like we'll ever see Fear of God athletics products hitting a discount here in the States? And we got a leak as well, as according to Kicks Finder, it looks like they have discovered a new Fear of God model, which has been discovered on the back end of Adidas. So you guys can look forward to the Fear of God Los Angeles Hiker, which is scheduled to drop coming up in October. So it looks like they have found 3 colorways you can look forward to: a sesame, sandy beige, and carbon. What else do you guys expect? So be on the lookout for the Fear of God Athletics Los Angeles Hiker, which is scheduled to drop coming up here in October. And it looks like we have a December release to look forward to. So no images yet of what this model will look like, but taking the Los Angeles and adding a hiker element to it will make this an interesting type of release. Maybe it'll look more like a boot, who knows? But let me know if you guys went for any of this Fear of God stuff today. And for the album, now as I mentioned to you guys earlier, I tapped out super early last night, so I missed the complete rollout of the project. But apparently sometime like around midnight last night, we saw a slide uploaded to streaming services, the intro to the record. Apparently we had some type of Yeezy live stream on yeezy.com, but it was more of like some performance art type of stuff. Didn't include Ye or Ty Dolla $ign. So if you missed out on that, you could probably just skip through that whole thing. Now, as far as the record, we got 16 tracks, features from artists like Playboi Carti. We had Kodak Black, Lil Durk, Future, plus more on the project. As far as the records go, I would have to say though, if you were one of those people that listen to all of the leaks ahead of time, I would say that the overall feel of the album would be a little bit disappointing, just because there's not really anything that's fresh and new added. We did get some new mixes, some updates to some of the records, but let's just go ahead and run through it. So of course you got the intro slide banger. I pretty much already played that joint out before this album even dropped. We got Time Moving Slow, which is another record that leaked previously. I do like the additions, the tweaks that they made, brought some new life to that record. Field Trip, you already know that joint is a banger, like how they included Kodak Black on that joint. And I feel like this will be the carnival of the new project. Fried, decent. Isabella, a little intro into Promotion, which is a crazy record. It almost feels like this is the lead single, as we had that track just leaked last week. Husband, decent, little cool record. Feel like it might be something that grows on me. That's actually one of the new records that we have here that didn't leak previously. Lifestyle. Now I actually do have an issue with this record, as I feel like that little sample, that vocal sample that they added, almost makes this record like unlistenable. To me personally, I feel like the mix isn't too great on it, but I'm seeing a lot of people that actually didn't listen to the leaks really enjoy this track. So we'll see how it ages. Maybe decent little record. It seemed like we got a lot of mumble, kind of unfinished. Bomb. Now this is the one with the kids. So North, she did her thing, shocked a lot of people with Talking on the first record. This one actually includes Ye's other daughter, Chicago. And while I'm seeing this record getting a lot of hate online, I'm actually a fan of it. It kind of has like a more experimental vibe. You got North rapping in, I believe, Japanese. So kind of unconventional to what we're used to hearing, and I think that's kind of why I like it. Then you got River, which they did make some changes to the beat. Of course, I'm spoiled by the OG leak, but joint is nice, beautiful record. 530. Now this one I was shocked to see with that track list that leaked. And by the way, the track list that leaked on yeezy.com actually happened to be 100% true. So I guess that was all a part of the rollout. Now 530, it seems like this record is just completely unfinished and no changes have been made to the original mix, but absolutely love that sample. You got Dead. That record, I actually played that joint out completely already, but still love it. Forever Rolling, they did make some slight changes, which I feel like enhanced the record. Sky City, now this one is a classic. I want to say this was originally recorded like years ago, maybe 10 years plus ago. And a beautiful record. What I was actually surprised to see, that out of all of this, Designer, the forgotten about dude that's been a little controversial as of lately, if you know, you know, but Designer actually made Vultures too, which is absolutely mind-blowing. If you know, you know. And then they finished off the record with My Soul, that Fighting Fires leak. I feel like that's a beautiful record, but again, the mix kind of feels unmastered, but I'm still rocking with it. So overall, a solid project. I would say if you didn't hear any of the leaks, the project would sound a lot better. But for someone like me, who's already been spoiled by the leaks, I'm gonna give it like a solid 6.5 out of 10. Without the leaks though, I would say this project would have been probably like around an 8 or something like that. So decent project. I feel like it's not touching volume 1, but then again, when it comes to music, you know, this is just the first couple of listens, and records could grow on you. But again, as I mentioned, I feel like I've been kind of spoiled by all of the leaks. But again, decent project, definitely rocking with it, and excited to see what we have in store for volume 3, as it seems like we got pretty much all of the leaks here on this record. There's still a couple of other favorites, you know, people that I'll check it for volume 3, but definitely looking forward to it. Now, as far as the listening events, we know we have the Taiwan, the other experiences in Asia later this month, but it looks like Ty Dolla $ign did just announce we have a Salt Lake City listening event going down here in the States, and it's actually coming up next Friday on the 9th. So a lot going on with the Yeezy camp. We'll see if they add any other listening events. And of course, I know everybody's wondering what's the deal with the merch, but as of now, yeezy.com has not updated with any new merch, so we'll just have to wait on that. But you guys already know we got new Yeezy coming very soon. So as I mentioned previously, drop your feedback on the new project. I know it's only been out for a few hours or so, but drop your thoughts down below. Let me know if you guys went for those Jordans today, or if you happen to rock with those Fear of God athletics joints they dropped today. So I'm J.A. We're gonna wrap things up on this quick little Saturday update. Just wanted to check in with you guys, and of course I'll be updating you guys tomorrow as we get ready for the week ahead. So salute guys, I'm J.A. Stay safe, stay blessed, and I'm out, y'all. Love.